She was a very intelligent little girl. She felt she was too smart for God. So she was an atheist. But in high school, she had a friend who was highly intelligent, very athletic, and he was a follower of Christ. And so she began to wonder, wow, what's happening here? Then she went to college, and she built a friendship with a family that went to church. And she didn't want to go to church, but they encouraged her to read the Bible for herself. She didn't want to, but eventually she got around to reading Proverbs and the Gospels. And all of a sudden she realized, this makes a ton of sense. This is real wisdom in Proverbs, and wow, the attractiveness of Jesus Christ is overwhelming. And eventually, after reading for a while, she came to the spot where she said, Lord, I hand my life over to you. I want you to be the Lord of my life. And it's like a whole new dimension, is the way she puts it, opened up for her. And she began to see a beauty in life and experience a joy in life that she had never known before. And now she continues as a very talented professor at MIT, as a woman of deep, profound faith. So I think that there is real power in the Scriptures, that God speaks through the Scriptures. And I think, as you and I just talked about, Alex, it's important that we read them for ourselves and not read a little verse and then dismiss it as ridiculous, but really read the Scriptures, read them in context, and then make our own decision. Does the evidence of the way he lived, taught, died, and rose from the dead point to the reliability of Christ, or does it not?
And this is where I really see a lot of embarrassment. I am genuinely embarrassed for some of these big atheists we've debated over the past year. They will talk about all of the terrible atrocities, the moral monster of the Old Testament, and then I will push them, and they will totally tune out or just roll their eyes and just like almost get offset when I bring up Genesis chapter 12, where you have Abraham and God, and they strike this big covenant. And if you were to break the covenant, God says, then you are to be like the pieces of these shredded animals. And so you're thinking Abraham is going to walk down. He's the human, right? Obviously, he would be the one to break it. So he's going to walk down, and basically it's saying you're going to be cursed if you break the covenant, and you're going to be like these animals. But instead, it's God who walks down. Okay, that's the cross right there, because obviously it's going to be Abraham as well as mankind who breaks the promise, and yet it's God walking down between these cut animals, just shredded animals, saying, I will take the blood for you. I will take this great hit for you. Then you go to Habakkuk, another doubter who says, God, I thought you were from eternal to eternal. He's just